Bible prophecy update. I don't usually do these type of ones, but I couldn't help but do it because this news is absolutely huge for those who look out in terms of Bible prophecy, the rapture, the return of Christ, and looking at the signs. If you are one of those people, you know that Jerusalem and Israel in Bible prophecy is the epicenter of it all. You know, many people try to disregard Israel and push it to the side, but if you read Jeremiah and all of these books, you know that Israel is the pinpoint or the epicenter of Bible prophecy. And some news that's come out in Israel at the moment regarding the Temple Mount. Which to me, it almost gave me chills up my spine to see that this is actually starting to progress, or they look like they want to progress. And I'll put this up on the screen so you can see it yourself, and you can find it in Google. You can see that they're looking to try to divide the temple in two, one for the Muslims and one for the Jews. Now I believe that this is how it's going to play out in terms of end times and being able to get a temple built there, that they would have to compromise. And if you look at the kind of the measurements of the Temple Mount, by giving them the Alaska Mask in that area, they're taking out the outer courts, which is for the Gentiles anyways. But the main part, the main bulk, is going to be for their temple. Now this is absolutely huge news for those that look out in terms of Bible prophecy. You know, many people ask me, like, is there something that needs to happen in order for the rapture to happen? Now, don't be fighting or arguing, guys, whether you believe in pre or post. But for me, as someone who believes in pre-tribulation rapture, I don't believe anything is left in order for the rapture to happen. It could happen any day. And people ask me, how is that possible? Because I believe if the rapture were to happen today, we don't know the time period between the rapture and when the signing of the trees period is going to be. We don't know how long that period is going to be, but I believe a temple could go up very, very quickly. The Antichrist on the scene, sign the 7-year, all of the things that would happen then are unfold. But this is big news in terms of anyone that is following Bible prophecy. You know, I can't state this enough. Israel is the epicenter when it comes to Bible prophecy. God has not changed his view on them. They are still the epicenter of Bible prophecy, and what happens there has a big thing on the whole world. Similar, they have the kind of influence to the way America does, but it's the most fought after land, historical land, and that's for a reason. But this is big news, huge news and progression, that things are starting to speed up. If you're anything like me, it's very, very hard to keep an eye on everything that's going on. It's happening so rapidly. It seems like the world is moving so quickly. There's so many things that are happening at any one given time, and this is why we have many watchmen and women and people looking at the signs and trying to get that information and relay that information out. And obviously using scripture to back it up with scripture. But when it comes down to Israel, I think many of us would be on the same boat, that they are the epicenter, and this is a huge potential step forward in terms of prophecy. It's only a little bit of a prophecy update. Like I always say, be excited, be ready for these things. I'll always say these two things. We should be looking out for the return of Christ and being watchful and looking to the sky, but living a full life in him, in Jesus, because he's told us that he came to give us life and life more abundantly. So let's get the balance right, where we live full, but yet we're looking out for Christ to come back for his rule and reign. Remember, regardless of what goes on in the world, God's always in control, and keep the faith.